We're off to Melbourne. Here's the Premier Jacinta Allan announcing adult time for adult crime.
My loved ones is distressing enough, but the emotional toll on my family is immeasurable. I cannot fault the detectives who have been working with us. My family will never forget their compassion. The alleged offender knew what he was doing. He knew it was wrong. This is only my family's story. There are hundreds more. My husband should be working, enjoying life, not doing therapy exercises every hour. My son should be outside going for a run, not laying on the couch, frustrated and angry. I implore you to consider the gravity of this situation by placing yourself in my shoes. And I today want to acknowledge, as Premier, that every one of these violent youth crimes has a victim. A family that has had their life disrupted, a person that was shaken, a person who was hurt. And we are all horrified by these violent, brazen youth crimes and the devastating impact they have on its victims. Police tell us that this is a new type of crime that constantly requires new interventions. There are no easy solutions here, and that includes consequences. We know that children, as parents, we know that children need to face consequences when they do the wrong thing. And so consequences also must apply in the justice system. There are too many victims and not enough consequences. It's why Victoria will introduce adult time for violent crime, where the courts will treat children for these crimes like adults, where jail will be more likely and sentences will be longer. This approach will significantly increase the likelihood of jail. Currently, in the Children's Court, 34% of children and young people sentenced for aggravated home invasion or aggravated carjacking, for those offences, 34% go to jail. When those offences are before the county court, the adult court, 97% go to jail. Also too, by making this shift to the adult court, it significantly increases the maximum lengths of sentences that will apply. In the Children's Court, the maximum sentencing length is 3 years for any offence. In the county court, they can currently impose sentences of up to 25 years for aggravated home invasion or aggravated carjacking. Under our plan for adult time for violent crime, these offences will carry a life sentence. We'll also be changing the priorities for the court to consider. Community safety must and will come first in all sentencing decisions, and we will also be removing the principle of jail as a last resort, because for some crimes it just shouldn't be. And this is the following list of the brazen and violent crimes that will be subject to adult time for violent crime. Aggravated home invasion, intentionally causing injury in circumstances of gross violence, including machete crimes, recklessly causing injury in circumstances of gross violence, aggravated carjacking, aggravated burglary, serious and repeated, armed robbery, serious and repeated. We will be introducing a bill to the Parliament to bring about adult time for violent crime before the end of this parliamentary year. I want adult time for violent crime to commence as soon as possible. We must send a very clear message and must indeed deliver the serious consequences that need to come as a result from people who commit these violent crimes. And it's from listening to victims of these horrific attacks that I'm determined to do everything I can to keep them and our community safe. I'll now hand over to the attorney.
Thanks very much, Premier. As you've heard, there'll be adult time for violent crime here in Victoria, and this will apply to all children from the ages of 14 and up who commit brazen, violent crimes in our community. This is about listening to victims and listening to community, because community deserves to know, victims deserve to know that whoever commits these violent, serious offences will face serious, tough consequences. By moving these particular offences into the county court, we know these children will face adult sentencing, which means more jail and longer jail sentences. They'll be dealt with as adults in the adult courts, ensuring that we are having the consequences match the violent type of offending that we are seeing in our communities right now. As the Premier said, there will be a bill before Parliament this year that goes to the very seriousness of these matters and responding to the concerns and voices of victims and community as well. Thank you.